What's up, Sitters? This is Bradford Douglas along with Joey Edge.
Sitters, what's good?
And Chris Martinez.
What's happening?
And we got producer Rolf, and we are Front Porch Sitting. Guys, what's up?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, a lot. Just got beat in a baseball game, which is good. Sometimes you need those early in the year.
Yeah, it's not good, but
No, we fought a little bit though, Chris.
I thought y'all battled, man.
We battled. Ended up being a one-run game. Got the tying run thrown out at the plate to end the game. So, is what it is.
Yeah.
How late did y'all stay?
We stayed till like inning 5. It got a little bit loose for you guys there, I think, in the top.
Yep.
My kids also decided to get equally as loose.
Yeah.
So I said it wasn't bad. It just what?
I like it when kids go crazy there.
No, they were good. I'm saying like y'all didn't get loose like in the sense like it was bad baseball.
Oh, there was times where it was a little ugly, but it's okay.
It wasn't great. You fixed my camera, Tyler? You're the man. I was hoping you would. No, but Mia, she did great for a really long time.
Yeah.
Zane, he slept the whole time. Kelsey,
I felt that.
yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand. Tough night. Sitters, if you're in here tonight now at 10 o'clock, I absolutely love you.
Yeah.
Like, we'll find out the real ones tonight.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely will. And, we'll appreciate all of you, like always.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. Joey, it's good to be there and good to support you, man. You are going to have a good season. I can already feel it. Great things. But we are going to give y'all the Front Porch
Sitting.
All-Stars. Front Porch Sitting. I thought it just says Front Porch in my notes.
It's okay.
The all front porch team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You want to call it that?
Yeah, that's what we call it.
The best offensive players in America.
Yes, in college football. So that's what we're going to focus on tonight. Before we get into any of that, let's go ahead and talk about JW Weaponry. They are the premier gun store in the South. They are always loaded and just outstanding, people. Go see them. You won't find better deals anywhere around here. Mention the Front Porch, get your 5% off. And go see John. Joey, you want to give him the number?
386-24, what is it, 243?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It's okay. We know your head's at. Let's try it again. You want the number one more time?
Yeah, do that one more time.
Joey, you want to give the number?
Yeah, 386-243-8587
There it
is the
is.
number to JW Weaponry. Whoa, boy. Whoo.
Sinners, we appreciate y'all being in with us this late show. It's going to be a good one.
Here's the crazy thing. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
Like Tyler's graphics, if you're not in right now and you're like a podcast only listener,
Yeah.
Don't hype it up too hard.
No,
I'm
we're
going
going to hype it up
No,
because
I've
it deserves the hype.
I've actually seen it. You haven't got to see it yet.
Nope, but I know Tyler.
So good.
I don't have to see it.
Also, I will say, it feels like there's a lot of energy in the room tonight. Like, a lot of, good energy.
There's a lot of juice going on. A lot of juice. Speaking of juice, hang on a second.
Yeah.
No, but so podcasters, if you're listening, do whatever you have to do. I get it, but please go to YouTube, go watch it. At least that segment, the segment where we talk about the all front porch sitting team, because it's really, really good. And we have, spoiler alert, there is a couple consensus.
Consensus. All front porch
porchers,
teams.
whatever.
Yeah.
That
Front
graphic's
porchers?
so fire.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
it's
can't
so
wait.
fire. Wait till you see it.
I can't wait.
But yeah, Joe, speaking of energy,
Yeah.
early in the game tonight, you had some energy.
Well, you were energetic.
Always have energy.
Yes, you do. This was extra, and I loved it.
I told you, I told you, Joey, when you came to see us, I love feisty Joey.
So here's the thing. Before you say anything, also I want to just go ahead and say this. Be careful, right? It's a long season.
I'm
No.
Yeah.
Okay, you were fired up at the moment. Here's the deal. I saw it from both sides. Actually, I only saw it from one side. But you were 1,000. I thought they were gonna come get on to me because I was yelling from the left field line like, oh, I'm just a spectator. I got my 2-year-old kid hanging on the fence. I'm saying what I had to say, and then just like clockwork, Joe and I, everyone in the stands knew, but it was the same response. Like, what on earth are we looking at here? Obviously not to play, and then Joey, he's on it. And I told you, I don't know if you remember this. I was like, hey, don't get tossed yet. Like, it's early. And you said a couple other things, and I was like, "Oh my God!" If I'd been the umpire, we're doing the front porch sitting at 9 o'clock. I'm running you, brother.
100% agree. I would have too.
I would have ran you.
I would have too.
And it'd have been emphatic.
It's funny.
It'd been like a 3-hop crow hop, and I would have threw my shoulder out of socket.
Yeah, 100%.
I know what you're doing.
I told the team afterwards. We talked about selfishness. as a team, and that was my thing. Like, we competed, yes, but we also had some very, very, very selfish moments in that game.
Yeah.
And I immediately said, and I had one of those selfish moments. Like, as a coach, I should never get to that point to where I see that kind of red. I shouldn't, Chris. I shouldn't. And so, like, that's me. I take accountability for that because I shouldn't get that mad. Was being mad in that moment warranted? Absolutely, yes, it was. And I don't care who says otherwise. We can talk about it. I have no problem with that.
It's the underlying stuff too.
It was definitely. I felt warranted to be upset about the situation. To take it as far as I did, maybe not. And like I said, and for that, I apologize. I shouldn't have done that. But
you didn't get ejected.
I didn't get ejected.
You argued a call at the very end of the day. You argued a call.
That's all it was. And that's
so you did. In my opinion, if you do get ran, and you might should have, then there's something to apologize for. But you didn't.
Yeah.
So.
I just want to commend Joey on his commitment to the front porch, trying to get ejected like in the first inning.
Yeah, no, that's
so
what
we
this
could
is
go
about.
live. The show must go on.
I literally looked at Kelsey. I was like, well, we might not be here that long. Like, it's time to go. He won't finish that bottle by the time we got to go. I mean, it was like bottom one. Like, we had been through one inning and a third.
I do think it was the bottom of the first. It
was the bottom. It was the first inning. Anyways, but you were right.
Michelle, I do not want to say what happened. It was.
I'll say it. Can I say it? I'll say it. I don't give a damn whether they're going to find me. Here's what happened. Base runner steals third, quite clearly safe, like by a lot. I'm not being biased here. Steals third and gets banged out, like bad, very, very bad missed call. Ended the inning. Joey and everyone else. Like I said, I thought I was going to be in trouble. Everyone is like going crazy, and the dugout got warned. Maybe one guy specifically got warned, and that was it. Got point across, and like people that are in the chat were there. Shout out Bev. I love Bev. Bev said very safe. Yeah, it was. Yeah. I had the best view in the house. Hunter Williams is also in the building. He said he was safe. I had the best view in the building. I was behind third base. I literally saw the base runner's foot go in. The tag goes to the kneecap. So if the foot is on the bag and the tag is placed on the knee, I'll leave it to you.
Just to address Hunter, he was in fine position. The position wasn't the problem.
Yeah, no, that wasn't where that's where he should have been.
Right, and if he said that the runner's foot came off the bag, I could even be okay. It didn't, but I could even be okay with that.
I can't because you can't see it from that position.
But the ball was not close to beating him, and that's what upset me.
In officiating, and then we'll get off of it before we do any damage here. In officiating, if the ball beats the runner, typically you call him out.
Right.
Typically, if the ball is way late on the runner and you don't have an angle to see if the foot came off on the backside, you just let that ride and say that's probably most likely safe.
Yeah.
And he would have been correct if he'd have left it at that.
After that, rest of the game was great.
Yeah, I think he maybe made it up, made one up too later on at
so
second as well. I thought that guy was out, called him safe,
yep.
So he made up for it.
Yep.
But I thought they did a fine job, just the one call. Yep. Anyways,
absolutely agree with that.
Right? You agree?
No, I thought they did a really good job. Other than
typically those two are really they're really good.
They are good. They're a very good crew.
Just missed the one.
I won't say who it was, but someone that was at the game was very impressed with your sprint time out the dugout over to the umpire. They said it was pretty impressive.
I didn't even.
They're lying.
Yeah. I didn't sprint.
He came down towards me.
Okay.
That's why I tried to say, "Hey, not yet." And then Joey had some choice words.
Because I'm not allowed to go out there. As an assistant coach, I can't go argue that.
Oh, you didn't get on the field?
Mm-mm.
No, it sounded like he was on the field.
Anyways, we're gonna have a good show tonight.
I'm excited. I'm fired up.
We're gonna have a great show tonight. Shout out to Matthew Dumas hitting his first home run.
So
tonight.
I'm kind of pissed about that. We need to get Matt to watch this. I'm sure he's pissed right now, but I'm in the process. Brad got a great dose of birth control tonight. We picked him up and he rode over and he got to see what it looks like to have a 2-year-old and a 29-day-old. Like, that's a different life. That's a different world, brother.
Hugely different world.
That's like I spent more time chasing me around on the golf cart or the everything. Anyways, Brad got to see it, but we were in the process of getting the kids loaded up in the vehicle. And I hear it. I'm like, ooh, that sounded good. So I kind of like run around the side of the vehicle, and I look, and like y'all's dugout standing up. I said, oh, whoever hit that had it. And then I see Little Dumas round the second. I said, oh, no. Wow, that's impressive. I thought it was a 2-run shot because he was rounding second. I'm like, he didn't do that. Oh, yeah, he did. He got into it.
He did. He hit his first one in practice in BP 2 days ago.
Wow.
And then second one 2 days later.
Good for him, man.
Absolutely crushed. So good
Oh,
for him.
he smashed it.
Also got engaged tonight. Yes, sir.
Well,
Congratulations to
Congratulations.
Matthew.
Breaking news.
Congratulations to Matthew Dumas. Big game. Big game for him.
Big game.
Well, big after game too. Big post game.
There we go.
Big night.
There we go.
Caught me off guard.
Yeah, same.
What happened 43 years ago today, Clayton Steinberg? No, I do not know.
Clayton with these.
43 years ago today.
Please let us know. I'm
Yeah,
sure
tell
it's
us because
Denver
we
related.
Yeah, it's gotta
Yeah.
be gotta be Denver related. Can't figure that one out.
I don't either.
All right, so you want to start? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the offensive only front porch sitting All Americans. Joey and
Is this what we're starting? I like it.
We can. Yes, we can go.
you
right
want? We could tease it a little bit, but I feel like the people who are in here they deserve it. It's 10:00.
Valid. Good point.
You know what I mean? Like I want to
Yeah.
reward them.
Yeah. You're right. 100%.
We'll start here with
Yeah.
it. We may talk about the All-Star game and what that means later, but we're going to give you guys what you want in here. So it's Bradford's list, my list, and Joey's list. Who's first, Tyler? Is it my list?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't, or it does? Because I thought you said it did matter.
As long as it's in order on craft.
Okay,
43 years ago today, do you believe in miracles was
Oh
said.
wow,
Wow. Okay, so
All right, that's
I
really,
should have
really-
known that.
that's really good, Clayton. Thank
That's
you.
elite. Thank
so
you for that.
the first team that's on the craft is mine, so it does matter. So I will do mine first.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna go quarterback or two quarterbacks, two running backs, two wide receivers, a tight end, and a flex.
Yep.
Similar to like fantasy football, depending on your league. So my first quarterback I have as Jordan Travis. There you go. The graphic is there. I went with him just because I think he's extremely dynamic. I think as far as and he's Seminole. First and foremost, he's a Knoll. I think with him, what he brings to the table on offense, Joey, is he's just electric. He's dynamic. He commands the attention of all 11 defenders. You have to account for him regardless of the formation, and that's tough on a defense. A lot of times defenses don't have to always account for the quarterback, and it's easier to call defense that way with him at quarterback. And there's others like him, but that's an issue. You guys have anything on that? Y'all have your own team, so
Yeah.
It could be brief.
I like the choice.
Okay,
That's
Brad.
a little prequel there for Brad.
Yeah, I don't I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We'll do my team first in full, and then we'll go to who's next on the list. I believe it's
Joey.
Joey's,
Yeah,
and then
I'm next.
we'll round it up with Brad. My next one is C.J. Stroud.
pick.
He's dynamic.
Yeah.
I mean he ran the show for Ohio State. He was he's just a guy. I think he'll go top 10, top 5. Where's he mocked at?
No,
right now?
he's definitely top 5.
Top 5.
Top
yeah.
6. We'll call it top 6.
Top 6, yeah.
But yeah.
Top 10 for sure. He's a no doubter. Anytime you talk about a first round quarterback, C.J. Stroud, he's that guy. His measurables, they work. Very, very high on C.J. Stroud. For my running back, in the chat, let us know what you think. If you hate it, I knew Mesnar would love it. Best passer. He's Blaze Neely in the chat. Let's go.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, I love that. Sorry, the Bryce Young disrespect. I think somebody fixes that for us later, Jake. No disrespect. I just had to go CJ. I'm a big Seminole, so that's where we have to go. All right, running back. Bijan Robinson.
Yeah.
He's just, here's like the one word I would use to describe him, Joey, is complete.
100%.
He's just a complete
The
back.
most complete back in college
He's
football.
dynamic. He's explosive. He's reliable. He doesn't turn the ball over a whole lot. Catches it well out of the backfield. Dynamic.
100%.
You know what I mean? He's just complete.
Yep.
Brad, you got any thoughts on Bijan? I don't think you have Bijan on yours, do
I
you?
did not have Bijan.
I think it's because you don't know how to spell his name.
That's exactly why I didn't put it.
Wow, you should have just copied and pasted, I'll be honest.
I
Yeah,
thought about
that's
it,
what
but I
I did.
also didn't want to just copy and paste y'all. So
I
Very
would have went with that B. Robinson. Could have went there.
Yeah.
I should have texted you for help.
Probably should have.
That reminded me of like the old, Windows used to have like the paperclip.
Yeah.
You click on it and give you help on the resume.
for sure.
That's what Brad just reminded me of. All right, so my other back was Quinshon Judkins
Yes, sir.
from Ole Miss. The one word for him, Joey, will be workhorse. Give him as many carries as he wants. He gets better as the day goes on. Judkins is an absolute freakazoid. He'll be a very high drafted guy. You know what I hope happens for him? I'm getting off a little bit, but I hope that Lane Kiffin and company do a good job of keeping the miles down on him, like the tread down. I feel like they ran.
It's going to be hard to do.
They ran him a ton this year, and I understand why, but damn, they ran him a lot. He had a lot of carries.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to wide receiver here. Again, if you are in the chat, we love you. But or in the chat for sure, we love you. But if you're a podcaster, go watch this segment. It's pretty cool what Tyler's doing. The receiver, Marvin Harrison Jr. I think he's the same kind of word, like complete. He's just incredible route runner, catches the ball extremely well. Obviously, the pedigree and the bloodline is there with his dad. But Marvin Harrison Jr., also Ohio State. He showed up in big games.
All the big
One
games.
may argue if he doesn't get knocked out of the playoff semifinal game against Georgia, the outcome might look a little different. Not saying for sure, but
there's a chance.
he was having his way with Georgia.
Georgia's defense, I agree with that.
He was.
Hey, real quick,
Yep.
Clayton, remind me to get to Ibrahim whenever I get to my team. Go ahead.
I'm just reading what Mesnar said. Generational. Totally agree. I actually do believe he's generational. What did Jake say? Uh-oh. I don't know. He doesn't want me to say. Oh, yeah. No, my wife is going to kill me for that. Jake, I'm in trouble. I'm on the couch already. I know that. I'm good. Stetson Bennett didn't make the quarterback spot. I'm going to dive in here. Wide receiver number 2 for me is Zay Flowers. He's underrated, Joey.
Good pick.
You like
there.
that one? Brad, how do you feel about
I
that?
also like that pick.
He's underrated because people don't know about him. Boston College.
Right.
But I've seen he is literally
Here's the
one
thing.
of Go ahead.
And
No,
sorry,
no, go ahead.
Here's the thing with him specifically with Zay Flowers. Everybody in the park knew he was getting the ball.
Yes.
Everybody in every stadium knew that Zay Flowers was getting the ball.
Correct.
His quarterbacks were atrocious.
Yeah, the offensive line was very, very bad, which allowed Djokovic to be bad. Djokovic
Right.
is probably an NFL quarterback, but he did not look like one.
Yeah, he looked terrible. How about
Correct.
that? Yeah.
I'll give you that. Totally agree.
But he still put up his numbers. That's the thing that amazes me about him, and why he will be on my list as well. I'm gonna go ahead and foreshadow that he's on my list too. So,
Yeah, Zay Flowers is an elite receiver. He'll have an NFL career, a very long one. He just does everything right. He's professional as hell. There's a reason he was getting $700-ish NIL market value to leave Boston College. He didn't.
$700K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, not $700. $700,000. He was very, very, very sought after. I'm at tight end now.
Yes.
Tight end, this one will get me out of the doghouse, Jake, is Brock Bowers. I just think I don't know how to say it without saying it. He's the best. Like, it's not really close, in my opinion. I think once this one was the easiest for me.
Yeah.
Tight end was like,
You said that correctly. He's the best.
he's the best.
Yeah.
I don't, there's not a whole lot of, I mean, maybe the chat can tell me, but man, I just think it's Brock Bowers pretty easily. I think you guys both agree. Foreshadowing. And the last one here is my flex. So it could be a receiver, a running back, or any type of skill player, if you will. I'm going to go Blake Corum from Michigan. He was also a workhorse. If he doesn't tear his ACL, their season outlook looks tremendously different. I don't think they lose to TCU. I think they're playing a national championship game, and then he tore his ACL late in the year. If he doesn't tear his ACL late in the year, their season looks different, in my opinion.
That's a good list. Jake Kennedy said Brock Bowers or Kyle Pitts. That's a really, really good question. For me, I'm gonna have to go Kyle Pitts. He was really, really dynamic and really, really good.
That's tough.
Let's see what Joey thinks.
I think they're different.
Yeah.
I think they play a different type of game.
One's more flexed out. One's more inline blocker.
Right.
Inline tight end.
I think they both can be at the top of the food chain, though, if that makes sense. Like I of course I'm a Pitts guy because he's a Florida guy.
That's a good question.
But as it's just an overall complete tight end, Brock Bowers is really, really, really good.
I think the difference is Bowers is he cannot get open in the way that Kyle Pitts can get open.
Right.
As far as like split out. But
it brings a little bit more in the running game.
He
though.
blocks. He just mauls people. I think if I had to if you made me pick one, I think I'll go like Brock Bowers. If you made me pick one, there you can't go wrong either way.
Yeah.
If I made you pick one,
if I had to pick, I'm saying Kyle Pitts.
Of course, he's a Gator. I understand that.
I
have no hate for that.
Yeah.
You cannot hate either way. I don't.
No, I don't think so either.
But I'm gonna go Brock Bowers.
All right, on me.
I think we're on you. I think it's time though. We want to make sure everyone likes, subscribe, retweet this. If you're not our subscribers have picked up a little bit. Joey, have you noticed?
I have noticed a little bit of that.
They have picked up, so we appreciate you. But right now is the perfect time. Stop what you're doing. If you're a podcaster, make sure you go subscribe. Even if you don't watch the YouTube because it's too late. Because we understand it is 10:30 now. But please like, subscribe, retweet, tell a friend. But the subscribe part is really important.
Yeah.
Please,
Also,
please do that.
Before we go any further, we probably should mention one of our sponsors, and that first one is going to be Josh's Barbershop. Mainly because I saw Hunter Williams today, and he got a fresh cut from Josh today.
Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks good on him. So good job, Josh, there. Best barber in town, without a doubt. A1 plus experience. You're going to love it, I promise.
Yes.
Text him 386-247-1430, and he'll get you on the schedule ASAP. And yeah, he's just good people. So
No, he's great people. Let me tell y'all just a quick story. So he texted me Saturday. He's like, "Hey, why don't you come see me Monday? We can't have them talking about you like that on the podcast." And I was like, "You know what, Josh? Thank you, man. I will be there Monday. I appreciate you fitting me in." And like he texted me, he's like, "They're not going to talk about my guy like that. We're going to make you look right." So
that's why you go to Josh right there. He's
is.
as good as it gets. He really is. All right.
Hang on. So two things in there. Dad, I got you. My dad said he tried to subscribe, needs a little help. Laugh my ass off.
We'll work on it.
I got you. Don't worry. I know where you live.
Kelsey's not a bad blocker.
No, Kelsey's not a bad blocker.
Chad said Pitts is like Kelsey, can't block, but wide receiver one.
Oh, he eats people alive too.
Yeah, I like Kelsey as a blocker. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But then Mesnard, straight up, I'll be at Josh's Friday getting his haircut. Dude, there's a lot of front porch sitters that get their haircut.
I've learned.
All really good looking people too.
Not a coincidence.
They look really good before the
It's not a
haircut, but
coincidence.
when you go see Josh,
Not a coincidence.
off the chart.
All right.
George Clooney, talk to me later.
All right, we ready for my team?
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
ready
we're
for it.
ready.
All right. So my first quarterback, it was a struggle for me. I wasn't sure where I wanted to go. There was a couple of guys that I was in between. Bryce Young was one of them. Stetson Bennett was another. I really thought about both of those guys hard. I ended up going Hendon Hooker.
Did you really go almost Stetson Bennett?
I really did.
Is that lip service?
No.
You're all SEC. Look at you. Hendon
No.
Hooker, Bryce Young.
listen, you know what? I think the Hendon Hooker is like legit because
I like
Joey
it.
hates Tennessee.
I like it. I like Hendon Hooker. I like that pick.
Without Hendon Hooker, I just don't think they're where they are. His numbers were excellent. I think he threw 2 interceptions this year. I mean, he had almost the same number of yards as everybody else, and he had 2 less games. Like, strong. Not kid. He's a grown man. He's 42 years old, so he should be pretty good. But
Any of you got Lance Jardy's number? Text him right now. He should be in here. Lance, if you're not in here, you should be.
Yeah.
Joey just gave Hendon Hooker love.
yeah, I did.
So
Hey,
that might
it is
not
what it is.
happen ever again.
couldn't.
QB really won, but we're going to put him at 2 on here because I put him at 2 on the list, is C.J. Stroud. Same reasons you mentioned, electric, dynamic, does everything that he can on the football field, or everything that everybody wants him to do on the football field. He's really good.
So we agreed on
C.J. Stroud.
I got you.
We're
I
2
like
for 2
that.
on that.
You go ahead.
Yeah. My first running back, best running back in the country, really not that close, will be the best running back off the board in the draft, and that's Bijan Robinson. That guy can play football. He's really good, dynamic, catches the ball out of the backfield. Just a really, really good football player. My second running back, good Lord. My second running back is Tyjae Spears from Tulane. Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry. I was going.
No, I meant Tyjae Spears. Like you kind of dug a little bit there.
I did dig a little bit, and here's what I liked about Tyjae Spears.
Yeah, tell me.
He averaged 6.9 yards a carry first of all, which I feel like is pretty solid. He had over 1,500. He almost had 1,600 yards rushing. Had 22 catches as well, and then had 21. If I remember correctly, 21 total touchdowns. So
Production.
Yeah, and Tulane won the AAC. Pretty good situation there.
Shout out Marty Tulane. He'll love that.
That's right. That was part of it too. Wide receiver 1 for me, Zay Flowers. Same reasons we talked about earlier. Just numbers out of this world. To consider in the situation, anyways, he had 1,300 yards. Yeah, like 78 catches, something like that, and everybody knew he was getting the ball at all times. So
yeah, he'd have like 12 to 14 targets a game. It didn't matter. Everyone knew he was getting the ball. Just couldn't do nothing about it.
Yeah. My next wide receiver is Nathaniel Dell out of Houston. Yes, they throw the ball a ton, but dude had 109 catches, almost right at 1,400 yards, 17 touchdowns. Production at every level.
So I have a confession about Tank Dell, right?
Yeah.
He goes by Tank.
He goes
right?
by Tank, yeah.
I didn't know about him, but I did find out about him at like was it Reese's Bowl or the Shrine Game? Some like one of these All-Star games, which is what they're for. They're literally for the guys you don't know about. Dude, you can't guard him.
He's different.
He's one of the more unguardable players, like off the line I've seen. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, he's a different guy. I watched one Houston game for monetary reasons, and I was like, who is this Dell cat? And then after that, I do a lot of fantasy football, so I try to stay up to date on some kind of under the radar guys. He's no longer under the radar, just FYI.
No, he's not.
But
don't wait too long.
But yeah, he's his biggest thing is he's not big.
Yeah.
But boy runs routes.
Tank Dell.
Lean routes.
Sitters. Joy just gave you a gym. Tank Dell. Nathaniel Dell. Trust me. That kid can play. When I saw you put him on there, I was like, ooh, that's good.
Curtis Misnar said I went to middle school with Stetson Bennett. That's really funny. Tight end Brock Bowers. No explanation needed. And then the flex for me is Deuce Vaughn, running back from Kansas State. Kind of the same thing, averaged like 5.5 yards a carry, 1,500 yards. Everybody in the stadium knew he was getting the ball. But the other thing is he caught 42 passes out of the backfield.
Yeah.
He was one of the more dynamic guys in the Big 12 and really in the country.
He had a coming out party against Georgia as well. That long run where like he did not get caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's solid. Yeah. Solid player.
No doubt about it. No doubt. That's a good list, Joey. That's a good list. I like the Tank Dell. I think on that list, the most I like, the one that's kind of like not spoken for, is Tank Dell. I think that's a good one. We got Brad's list is up next.
Yep.
Yeah, but before we talk about them, let's
go
ahead and talk about Bryan Sports. They are the best sporting goods.
Sporting goods. There we
go.
go.
Sports. Hell yeah, get with it, brother.
Go see that guy. You get 10% off if you mention the front porch. Bryan is an upstanding guy. Great guy to be around. Great guy to talk to. Go see him, support him. We love that guy on the front porch. Joe, you want to give the number?
Yeah, 755-0570 is the number to Bryan Sports. And like you said, just all-around great human being. And so anytime we get a chance to support him, we will. And he also supports us in any way he can. So make sure you guys go see Bryan Sports. Running shoes, walking shoes, any athletic apparel. I promise you'll enjoy the experience no matter what, because you're going to get to talk to Bryan, and he's as good as it gets.
Yeah. Shout out Yek in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yek.
Chris, are you coming to Raider Field tomorrow to where Columbia plays Santa Fe?
Oh, y'all play tomorrow at Santa Fe?
Play tomorrow at Santa Fe, 7 o'clock.
I got a better chance of coming solo. He said bring the kids. That's going to be a tough one. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I do have track practice tomorrow, so I could probably just go straight from there. Let me work on that. Oh shit! Never mind. Kelsey's in the chat right now, so she's probably gonna nix that right now. But no, that's a big game. That's a big game. Yet came up tonight. I was talking with maybe it was Trey Lee on the I got VIP section when I come to the Columbia games.
That's right.
But we were talking about rowdy dugouts. No, Brad brought it up. He's like, Bartram Trail's dugout's rowdy. I'm like, dude, I thought they were like tame. They were mild as can be, right?
I didn't think they were bad.
They were mild.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I've seen some rowdy dugouts. Like the old GHS when it was like T. Holt and Smirziak and those boys.
No, those boys were
wild.
Wild.
They were crazy. But we got talking about travel ball and Yak and everybody else. It was just good times. Good times. The hardballers back in the day, it was good times. But yeah, I thought Bartram's dugout was just fine. I would have been more disrespectful if I was them. Y'all want to read that? Because I won't read
Yeah,
that.
Kelsey Martinez said, "Nah, fam, I need you at home."
All right, yeah, I'll follow it on Score Stream or whatever the hell we can follow it on.
Oh, that's funny.
That is funny. All right, so third list. I'm going to go ahead and preface this. I'm proud of myself for not being too much of a homer here.
Me too, actually.
I got to tell you, I'm shocked.
When I saw his list, I thought it was going to be all nulls.
You know what? Never mind. We'll
ahead.
talk about it in a minute.
Is it bad?
No,
No,
yeah,
get with
no.
it.
I can't wait for you to try to pronounce a name.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
man.
Go to it.
I'm going to try.
No, you're going to.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start my list with Jordan Travis. That's where I was a bit of a homer. But in my defense, and even Joey the Gator will say that dude is good.
Yeah, no,
He's really good.
100%.
I was super glad he's coming back. He had a great year. He's just dynamic, like Chris said. I don't need to give y'all any more. He's dynamic.
Yeah, I don't think that makes you a homer. Picking him, I don't think that makes you a homer.
Nah.
Not hard.
No.
No.
All right.
Then, and no particular order here, but the second quarterback I went to is C.J. Stroud here. Once again, that was just a clear-cut choice for me. I just thought that guy was really, really good. I think if that guy's not on the team, I don't know if Ohio State gets to Georgia, but they're nowhere near as close in that game.
He had a good game against them.
That guy's really, really good. So
Co-sign.
he definitely made Georgia fans sweat a little bit, and he was good. Next, I got Blake Corum. I think the other running back is better, but I seen he was both on y'all's list, and I wanted to give a shout out to the second guy there. I thought he was to come up and be the second back and play that hard every game and not necessarily be the man. I think he had a really, really good year, and he was fun to watch.
I'll buy it.
Yeah. After that, I have Deuce Vaughn. He was impressive at Kansas State. I don't think they're in an impressive conference, but I think he had a really, really good year, and he's one of those backs that's fun to watch. I don't watch a lot of guys outside of the ACC and SEC, but
Yeah.
that was one guy that I would watch. I would tune in and watch them play.
I absolutely agree. He's electric.
Is this the one you wanted to see me try to pronounce?
Can't wait.
Man.
Do it.
Emeka Egbuka.
That's closer than I anticipated.
Really?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
That's actually not that bad.
Yeah.
I thought you were
Amika.
gonna nail that. Like, just absolutely just destroy it.
Yeah.
Not nail it. Opposite of nail it.
It's not as hard as Duquesne, I'll tell you that.
It's way harder than Duquesne, but it's okay.
When Brian Hill heard him say that and he said Duquesne,
Duquesne?
yeah, he spit his coffee all over the house. He got in big trouble over that.
That's what
Can you tell me who that is?
who Emeka Egbuka is?
Yeah.
Oh, Joey.
Amika.
Emeka Egbuka?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Joey, he's a great
Ibuka?
wide receiver. Don't worry about it.
From where?
I know this. 1 second.
You don't.
Yes, I do
You
know
don't.
this. I do know this. I looked this up.
Why wouldn't you have it in front of you though? Just go.
Ohio State.
Who saved you?
Me. I looked this up when I did my
Okay.
research. Okay, I'm going to be honest, guys. I did research, and that was the guy that I was like, man, he's pretty good. I'm going to name him on my team. I looked this up. I knew I had the name. I was like, man, I don't know how to say the name. But
Mesnard. Every time an Ohio State player gets
Yeah.
mentioned, Mesnard's in the chat. Spot on. Good
Thank you,
pick.
Mesnard. I need that. Anyways, Emeka Egbuka, or however you say his name.
You're close.
Thank you.
Yep.
And then I go with Zay Flowers. Wow, 3 times. He was really good. Like y'all said, the reason why is everyone in the stadium knew where it was going, and nobody could do anything about it.
Yep.
So that's pretty good. Brock Bowers for my tight end. Kelsey, you're welcome. He is the consensus there.
It's easy.
And
Yep.
then for my flex, maybe a bit of a homer here, but
Such
I'm
of a reach with a homerism
I'm
here.
going to go with Trey Benson. He was fun, man. Like, listen, nobody wanted Tink. Guess what? He had a really, really great year, and he didn't even start for most of the year.
I like him that you dropped him on the flex. I think that helps it.
It gives
a
us
little
some
bit, right?
credibility. Yeah.
Yeah, some credibility.
Some.
He was almost a 1,000-yard rusher. He wasn't quite. He was like 980 or 990, but yeah, that's your point to make.
6.4 yards per. That's not bad.
Yeah,
No, it's not bad.
He got one more start. He's over 1,000 boys.
Carried the ball a lot.
If my aunt had, never mind.
Yeah, don't do that. No. We dodged that bullet last week. We're getting canceled. We dodged the cancel bullet last week. We're not doing that again.
Yeah.
My dad Brad, you're lost like when we were in Boston.
Marty ain't never been that lost.
We will not talk about that. Hang on, there was one question. Yek said Caleb Williams snubbed.
Big time.
Yeah, he is.
But
I'll tell you why he's snubbed for me.
go ahead.
I'm a Seminole fan, one, and he's on the West Coast. It's a little. It's hard for me. It's hard for me.
For me, he was in that discussion with Hendon Hooker, and I was close. I got really close actually to pulling the trigger on Caleb Williams. I mean, he did win a Heisman.
Oh, he's really dynamic.
And he's super. Yeah, he's really good. He's dynamic.
Yeah.
But like in my head, I was like, level of competition. Give me Hooker. Give me Hooker in that scenario.
Here's the deal with this. I'll be honest. Brad, you almost knocked that freaking TV over. Holy shit.
I didn't.
Front porch sitting team. I'm not trying to hang out with Caleb Williams. I'm gonna be honest.
Thanks, Clayton.
I feel like he's a douchebag. I don't want to hang out with that guy.
I'll buy that. So for me, Clayton, because I did tell you for me to mention Ibrahim earlier. For me, he's not dynamic enough. Like I feel like Bijan, the kid from Minnesota. Muhammad Ibrahim, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't dynamic enough, and then he toted the rock like 400 times.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's gonna have like 1,500 yards. He averaged like 4.8 yards a carry or something like that.
Behind that offensive line.
Yeah, So for me, he just wasn't. He wasn't enough. He wasn't dynamic enough for me personally. It just wasn't what I wanted.
I agree.
For me.
Did you have any other like honorable mentions that you were like close on, or before we move off of this and show our consensus All-Americans?
Yeah, there was. I don't remember who they are right now.
Yeah, I mean
That's my fault. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We'll do a defensive side. What, next week? Want to?
Sure, why not?
Let's do it next
do
week. We'll do FPS defensive. Same list, same type of deal. We'll we'll figure out how we want to do positions, but we'll do the same thing next week. What is it? Yeah, that's it. Oh, one of you guys read that. I love that. He nailed it.
If Gen Z was a quarterback, that's Caleb Williams.
I don't want to hang out with that guy.
Just don't. Thank you for turning that to cooler.
Y'all are hot right now?
It's scorching hot.
Something's wrong with me, man.
I have
Something's
pants
I'm also a little chilly. Like, what's going on with Joey?
I don't know. No, it's got to be us. I don't know. Something's up.
No, it's. I mean, I'm in
You're
in
hot.
2 shirts and baseball pants and.
Oh, that's why you're hot. No, well, I know why you're hot.
They didn't want me.
Now I'm hot. They all on me.
I want to tell your story, but I won't tell your story.
Thank you.
I don't even know the story, and I really want to know it.
No.
Can I just tell it without the value part of it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Tyler has a new TV at home. Everyone can, regardless of the size or the value of the TV, everyone can relate to new TV. Super excited.
Absolutely.
This is a prized possession. If this was the Big Lebowski, this was a valued rug.
Yeah, no, I've seen the TV.
You've seen the TV?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it has a drill in it now. Drill hole. His kid is awesome and wants to try and learn about the inner workings of the television. So he takes a drill and drills into the TV.
Fortunately, he didn't create an entire hole, and the TV will be replaced, courtesy of Amazon. So go support the fine folks at Amazon. No free ads, but I feel like this one's pretty well deserved.
Listen, can I tell you my favorite thing about this whole story is we asked, like, were you mad? He goes, I was pretty easy on him. He's already drilled pretty hard. And I was like, did you do that on purpose?
Poor Michelle called me, and I could hear her in the background giving it to Reed pretty good. And I thought, oh no, my TV. And then she said, can we still return the TV? And I said, yes, ma'am.
Turns out we can.
Turns out we can.
So no harm, no foul. You just won't get to watch the cool TV for a minute because it's drilled by your kid. I love that.
Why? You know what? It doesn't matter.
No, here it
There's
is.
a lot to it. You know, you go to put the TV on the wall, and so you prepare the drill with the drill bit, and then it gets misplaced into reachable hands by a 2.5-year-old, and then the 2.5-year-old grabs the drill. Where does he go? He goes to the TV, Joey.
Two words.
He's trying to hang the TV.
Birth control.
There you go. I love my son.
No, you should. No, absolutely. I mean, the fact that he wants to be handy at that young of an age is actually admirable.
And he
can drill.
He can do it. This was like a Walt with like a nice sized battery. Pretty impressed with the arm strength there.
Did it go through?
No, sir. Thank God.
Not that we're getting a new TV, but not too far to where, hey, your kid drilled a hole in the TV.
You got it. That's exactly right.
You know what I mean?
This is smart.
Okay.
All right.
I like it. I'm here for it.
Also, glory to God that I didn't absolutely lose my mind. Woo!
That's right.
That could have been bad.
You got a solid wife. You got a solid wife handled it for you.
Yeah, thank God.
Yes.
So wait, You left. You were at my house.
Yes, sir.
You went back home.
Yes, sir.
You got back.
Yes, sir.
Still beat me here.
Yes, sir.
Pretty amazing.
And I got everything set up. Here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
Alrighty.
All right. What's next?
We have one viewer. That doesn't seem right.
That's not right. That can't be correct. We are going to talk about the consensus front porch athletes.
Look at
This is what you came for.
This is the eliteness.
Oh my God! Wait till you watch this
Can't wait.
or see this. Look at that. Oh,
Man, that's cool.
Oh boy.
that's too good. If you're a podcaster only, you've got to jump on to about minute 42, maybe 43. Check this out. It's Brock Bowers. We all three had Brock Bowers as our tight end. Joey, what quarterback did we all have?
We all had C.J. Stroud.
I agree with
he's
that.
He's the consensus front
Consensus.
porch all-American athlete.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Bradford, the receivers, who we have there?
We had Zay Flowers from Boston College.
Zay Flowers, Boston College. So the consensus all front porch sitters were Brock Bowers, C.J. Stroud, and Zay Flowers. I think we did a good job with that.
Honestly,
agree.
we had more consensus than I thought we were going to.
Yeah, actually, whenever we
I was
all-
surprised by Zay Flowers.
I did too. I was too. I didn't know that. I knew that you would kind of be on them.
Yeah.
I thought,
Right.
but it's only two. It's kind of hard. Like there was
was
quite
a
a
lot.
few receivers.
Yeah.
Um,
I definitely didn't think that we'd have any wide receivers. I thought Bijan. I thought C.J. Stroud. I knew Bowers was a done deal.
I thought Bijan for sure, but I didn't know what he was going to do, what Brad was going to do.
Right.
But then I messed up Deuce Vaughn. Y'all were both on Deuce Vaughn. I went Blake Corum instead.
Yeah, but I went with Deuce Vaughn, and I think he went with him in a flex, and I went with him at wide receiver.
Yeah.
So, but we both had him. So,
Yeah, I mean, as long as they're there, that's all that matters. But, yeah.
And, I mean, the honorable mentions would be me and you both had Jordan Travis. Joey and I both had Deuce Vaughn. Was there any else?
I think that was it.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah.
So,
But we'll do the same thing, same exercise next week with. It was Clayton. It's really freaking good, right? Like
Clayton said Rolf's graphic bag will be taught in history class in a few years.
No joke. The Rolf is so good at that.
Wizard.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Hey, the best part is he said in our group chat today, I'll just do it on the fly. It'll be fine.
yeah.
That gave me a lot of confidence, by the way.
Yeah, honestly, when he went from I think I can do it to I'll do it on the fly, I was like, oh well, he's not concerned.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, that's where I was with that too.
It isn't like he has like a week to do that either. By the way,
No.
we're not.
We
that.
did give it to him
You
Sunday.
got it to me pretty early.
That was on me. I'm taking all the credit for
You
that.
did. You got it in there
I'll
early.
be completely honest. When you text the group the other day, like friendly reminder, y'all need to do this. I was like, oh yeah, I need to do this
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
'cause I
No,
have not
mine
even-
was done at that time.
Yeah.
I just didn't put it in the chat.
I
or
believe
in the,
yours and yours was.
whatever.
I think that friendly reminder was from me.
No, it was.
It was
100%
for
was.
both of you because I didn't see his in the chat.
Yeah, I just didn't want to put mine in there before Brad. I'll just be honest.
Okay, fair.
And then you made me, so I was like, all right, fine.
Sorry, had to.
Yeah.
Had to make sure it got done. Had to give my guy Rolf some time.
I feel
But
that.
if you're still here, Brad, what do they need to do?
They need to like, subscribe, and retweet, and do everything to help get us more following.
I think that last one was the bell, was the notification gang.
Okay, I didn't know what it was, and I just took a shot.
He went retweet.
Hey, how long have we had that graphic?
My God, dude.
I think at least since maybe 2 weeks after we started doing that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that you threw our Twitter handles up there earlier. Is there anything else in sports that we need to get after, or is there something we should do before that, Brad? Or
We should talk about the country club.
We can do that.
I like to talk about golf anyway, so let's do it.
I'm in.
Joey, they have a beautiful green. They have a beautiful field.
All right, that's enough, Brad.
Just one beautiful green.
One, not 18 of
Not
them.
18 of them.
Nope, one of
I
them.
bet they do. I don't golf, guys. The food though. Go
Okay.
there for the food. I would do that
I
part.
was saying, in Bradford's defense, he probably only sees the practice.
I was gonna say,
Green.
can we pause for a second? We'll let Joey. We'll do this ad read. You guys stay tuned for this because it's gonna be funny. We're gonna talk about your golf experience, what that looks like.
Oh, do we have to?
We must.
Oh,
We have no choice in that. That's gonna happen.
So
Yeah, go
Country
see the
club.
Yeah, go see the good people at the country club. Like Brad said, the food is absolutely unbelievable. Wednesday through Saturday for dinner. You can go there for lunch any day of the week, and it is tip top, guaranteed. Also, the golf is course is in okay shape right now, considering it's winter and it's kind of dead season. So yeah, definitely go see those guys at the country club. If you need a membership, summer's coming up relatively soon. It feels like summer out there right now.
did today.
Yeah. So if you need a membership, give them a call, 752-2266, and ask to speak to Mr. Dave Mel. Tell him the front porch sent you.
all right. So
What was that number?
2266. Tyler is the number.
All right, so I just
Make sure you call him.
I just had an idea, kind of on the fly here. If we talk about the All-Star game and Mac McClung, can you send Tyler that video and him maybe share it with the sitters?
Which video do
The
you
video
want
of
me to send
me golfing where I get a big applause at the end. Is that possible? Can we do
them?
that?
I can get the video to Rolf. Yeah.
Rolf, can you put it on there for them to watch? Sure.
Oh,
Okay.
so you want to talk about right now?
Yeah, I
kill
want
a
to
little
give
bit,
Rolf some time. And,
kill a little bit of space. Talk about the NBA All-Star Weekend,
yeah.
and while you do that, I'll get this to Rolf.
Yeah, so I didn't watch the All-Star game, but I've seen that the score was ridiculously high. They went over the over.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Very, very big fan of that. It was 325.
Yeah, wow.
They smashed that.
Which, I mean, that was never in doubt. I didn't watch the skills challenge, and I actually didn't watch the dunk contest live, but I have since went back and watched, and Mac McClung, wow. That's probably the most exciting one I've seen since Vince Carter.
It's a big one. That's a big name. That's a big name
Not
right
since,
there.
The 2016,
Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine?
Yeah, 2016.
Oh, man, I forgot about that one. Is
the
that where
greatest
Zach
dunk-
LaVine jumped over the
I'm sure it is.
the painting or whatever? Did he?
Car?
No, he jumped over a car. But listen, Aaron Gordon was the best dunker of that year. He was silly that year.
Aaron Gordon. Oh, hey, I know who you're talking about now.
He didn't win. Zach LaVine won. I don't know how or why. But Aaron Gordon was by far the best. That was the best dunk contest I've ever seen. That one was. Really not that close, to be honest.
Really?
No, not that close. That thing was unbelievable.
I found the video.
Better than
I
Vince
assume
Carter?
that you found the video.
Better
Yeah.
than the Vince Carter?
I love Vince Carter, and I think that was like the first elite competition by one person.
Okay.
But the back and forth of Aaron Gordon and Levine,
You know what?
unmatched.
Now that you talk about that, I do remember that one clearly. So yeah, that one was better. But this was the next best one to me, like in a long
Yeah.
time. Like Mac McClung was very, very
Who
impressive.
else participated in it?
I don't even know anyone else. Like, I mean, and that's what Kevin Durant actually threw a little bit of shade, but then he went back to congratulate Mac McClung.
That's it. I'm about
He
to.
said that like the best, like he's like,
There's
you
a
don't got
couple.
Zion, you don't have Giannis, you don't have LeBron.
Who? Giannis?
The Greek Freak.
You said Giannis.
Yeah, I'm not good at pronunciation. You know this. I'm not good at golfing either, as you're about to see.
Or geography.
Or geography.
Anybody else have anything they want to add?
No,
There's
I
a
think
couple
that-
things I won't say on air, but
Anyways,
Oh boy.
so yeah, how much of the All Star Weekend did y'all watch?
All right, so full disclosure, I did not watch the All-Star game, or I did watch the All-Star game because I had a rooting interest on the over. So when they had 85 points in the first quarter, I felt really good about it. And then when they had 82 points or something like that in the second quarter, I felt even better about it. I wish now, looking back on it, that I would have watched the dunk contest, because when I went back and watched just Mac McClung's dunks, like some of that, I didn't realize when he jumped over the two people. I didn't realize that he took the basketball and tapped the backboard
Yeah.
and then dunked it.
Yeah, the first time I saw that in either, I had to see it in slow motion, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
That
So I don't know if
changed
anybody's
everything
ever
for
tried
me.
that. That's not easy,
Okay, not even on trampoline, I've never tried that, but that's
Well, I did.
crazy.
and it was not easy.
That's incredible. Like that is just incredible. But the thing too, like with me was I don't know, man. I don't know. They did something on Friday with Giannis and D Wade, I think, and Richard Jefferson was like officiating the game. It's just too much, man. It just sucked.
Gordon was Rob Curtis.
Gordon was Rob.
Yeah, I can't say I got behind any of it. I read on Twitter that the skills challenge was embarrassing. I didn't. Did they even have a 3-point?
No, they're all funny. Trust me.
Oh boy.
Oh gosh.
No,
Did
there's-
they,
I found 4 videos. Trust me, you guys. If y'all are here right now, you deserve it. Like you're gonna love this. We're gonna play all 4 for you. There's no cursing on any of them.
Good. I don't even know if they had a 3-point contest. I have no idea.
They did. I think Julius Randle shot like the worst ever.
Interesting. I'm
It
not
was
surprised by
bad.
that.
Yeah.
My first question would be like, why is Julius Randle in it?
Exactly. I watched
Oh.
none of the dunk contests other than what
love
Twitter
that.
showed me.
I love that.
Mac McClung was really good, so that was fun. I did enjoy the dunks.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he made 4 dunks and didn't miss any.
Yeah.
I thought that was excellent. And then I watched not a single second of the All-Star game. And
Yeah.
when the weekend ended, I was like, man, I probably should have watched this so I could say something productive on Front
Yeah.
Porch Sitting. But here we are, and I'm not saying anything productive.
No, I can help you with it. It was the most trash ass basketball I've ever seen. It was terrible. Like even the players that played in the game were like, "This is just not basketball."
Yeah. Like there was
Like an over a 325, and they hit it by like 50 points.
Yeah,
nobody wants to play in that.
No, it was just like literally honest to God, like the first 8 minutes was just like up and down lob dunks, and it was like, okay, it was cool a little bit, like that's impressive, but I want to watch the competitive nature like of it. Like,
yeah, I'd love to watch them like actually like play hard and like, but they won't. Obviously, they can't.
But so my question is, what gets them to do that? What gets them to play hard?
it's the same problem the NFL has.
there's no incentive.
No, there's no pride. There's no pride. Like they make too much money on their contracts. They don't care about like the NFL, $200,000 and $400,000. That's
Right.
what it was. So they did like the flag football game. The winner, each member won $400,000. The loser won $200,000. That's just to get them to play. But even that wasn't enough to, like really. I guess they did play. Like Derwin James was playing, but I think he would play in the backyard. Like he'll play in a parking lot. Probably.
That's one of those guys. Like,
Let's do this while Rolf is working on it because he's almost got it done. Because I literally sent him 4 videos in no time, so we can talk about Brad's day at a golf course. But all-star weekends or all-star events, can we rank them? Let's do football. Let's do basketball. Let's do hockey, and let's do baseball.
yes, okay.
Any other ones you guys want to add in?
Is this the game and the events around it?
It can be. What do you want it to be? You want it to be all inclusive?
Everything.
Okay,
Give me
all
everything.
inclusive.
Yeah.
How about this? Do you want to throw golf in too and call like the match what they do like with the match, or that doesn't really work?
Sure, we can do that. It just doesn't move the needle for me.
It doesn't really change anything for me. We'll just do those 4:
Okay.
basketball, football, baseball, hockey.
Mm-hmm.
We'll rank 1 through 4. We'll
Okay.
start with number 4.
Yep.
Number 4. What's the worst?
The NFL.
I think it's the NBA.
I think it's the NBA for
I think
me.
it's the NBA.
Okay.
I think it's the NBA for me.
Oh, the NASCAR All-Star race is solid, actually. I'm okay with that.
Never seen it. Would love that.
Oh, you
I
should.
watched a lot of NASCAR this weekend actually.
Yeah, NBA's the worst, in my opinion. It's really not that close.
NBA's the worst. I agree.
I'll be honest with y'all. Y'all could really put all 4 of them on there for me and just flip them around in any order, and I wouldn't give a care.
Okay, well, for the sake of the argument, we need you to care a little bit.
The game itself, not the dunk contest and all
Okay,
that.
okay, then
The game itself is the worst.
Okay, yeah, the NBA, yeah, absolutely the worst.
The dunk contest was cool, but it's not better than the home run derby.
No.
No, when you put like categories like the whole weekend,
whole weekend.
that changed it for me. But I was going to say if you could like pick like parts of it like you liked, I was going to put the MLB with the home run derby in first place for me.
All right, what's number 3?
Number 3 is, for me, the NFL.
Yeah, I think me too.
I'll flip flop and say NBA because I said NFL first, but
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
there, 3-4.
NFL is just it's a travesty. It's terrible. It's the most different from what their real product looks like to me.
Yeah.
NBA is like the furthest off. NFL is the next furthest. I say that they're playing flag football.
Yeah. So, hey, Clayton and Jake, are you guys going 1, 2, 3, 4 or 4, 3, 2, 1 there? Out of curiosity, just wondering.
Yeah.
So what's 2 for you, Chris?
I think Jake is going 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I would think so too, but I'm
He
not.
has baseball, hockey, basketball, football. Football worse, then basketball, then hockey, then baseball. I think I'm with that too. I think I'll go hockey 2 for me.
Yeah.
Damn it. I think I'll go hockey 2.
Yeah. I think that's where I'm at too. Although I really like I like what hockey does. I like the skills challenge that they have.
Oh, that's crazy.
Everybody participates. The 3v3 and is fun. I like the hockey all-star game.
I agree. Brad, where you at?
I am. I'll also say I like the hockey. Probably 2 for me as well.
No, it's not
No.
you. It's the comment.
Terrence said WNBA All-Star Weekend is fire. Most fun you can have in Tulsa.
Okay, that is funny.
That's too good.
That's funny, Terrence. Shout out, Terrence.
Hey, Terrence, I got you tomorrow, big dog. I promise.
Where are you at? Hockey?
My bad.
Hockey 2?
Yeah, hockey 2 for me.
Yeah, I'll also go
Hockey
hockey
2,
there.
MLB 1.
MLB 1.
The total
Package.
package of the home run derby. I don't really care about the celebrity softball game, but then the game itself is usually
It's
pretty good.
Not that bad.
It's usually pretty good.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the celebrity game?
Yeah.
No, it's not bad, but whatever.
But the game means something.
Let's say it
Right.
matters.
That's why I like the
It's an
baseball.
important game.
Yeah.
The game, they play hard because it matters.
Right.
In like the final outcome and home field advantage in the World
In the
Series,
World Series.
correct?
Right.
That's a huge deal.
That's like crazy. Like
It's
I
honestly crazy.
See, I really didn't know that actually.
I love that. The winner of the All-Star game for the MLB gets home. Their team gets home field advantage in the World Series.
Wow, that's so smart by the MLB to make that a thing. Like however long ago they did it, because like now
It's
you
not-
actually
it
have
hasn't
a,
been that long. I don't.
now
think.
you actually have a reason to go play hard.
4, 5, 6 years, probably 6 years.
I don't think that's that long though.
But that's
I mean, not in the
that's
grand
still
scheme,
so
but-
smart. You now both sides have a reason to go play hard.
I mean, if
If your team is in a contention,
right,
but I think they still play hard. Yeah.
I think so too. I think
if
they play
your
hard
team's
regardless.
in contention, you probably got guys out there.
Right. Anything else we need to talk about sports related? I know we had a couple of things in the show notes that I think we could get to relatively quickly.
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
what-
read them to us, please.
Tyler tweeted, "Yo, at Front Porch Sitting Pod, someone explain to me why you'd want to go from being the Chiefs OC to the Commanders OC."
Can I answer it like candidly?
Yeah.
So make sure if you're still here, please stay because I promise Tyler has videos queued up of Brad golfing, and it's worth the freaking wait. If you've been here for an hour, oh my God, stay. And if you haven't been here, please fast forward to the end. You want to see this, but I think Joey, it's
I regret this decision.
it's ultimate like outcome, if you will. Like he knows his ceiling is capped. Andy Reid calls the plays. Everyone knows that. That's the only reason in the world you would leave that a great situation for what the Commanders are.
Yeah, I think so. Here's what I think happened with Eric Bieniemy, and it has nothing to do with him. I can't remember old boy's name, but the last the last offensive coordinator that went from Kansas City was the head coach of the Chicago Bears right after that, and he completely flopped, fell on his face. It was terrible. It was awful. Matt Nagy, that's exactly who it was. Nagy, whatever his name is. When he flopped, and now everyone knows that Eric Bieniemy doesn't call the plays there. Everyone. He may have
Right.
He may have a little bit of say in what happens throughout the week, and they may even let him call some plays whenever they're down or up by a lot. Not down because they're never down a lot, but when they're up by a lot, they may call some plays then, and he may suggest some things at times during the game. But everybody knows that's Andy Reid's offense. Everybody.
Yeah. It's
It's 100% Andy Reid's offense.
He's
And
not
so-
shy about it either.
No. And so there's like obviously after 4 years there of being what most would consider really good, and you don't have a head coaching job, like you're going to somewhere where you get a head coaching job. Like if you go to Washington, the offense looks good. Next year, doesn't matter who, when, what, where, when, why, you're getting a head coaching gig, right? Probably best case scenario for him, he went to Washington for a reason. Like Ron Rivera's not young. He's kind of getting on the upper end of life. He is. It's not my fault. He's like 65, 68 years old, something like that.
Okay, yeah, you got it. Go ahead.
So like he's about to retire. Like he's going to retire soon. He has to. He's already retired once. Might as well do it again soon. So and then he steps in and takes over the Commanders. Like it's. I'm sure that
path to be the head coach is relatively clear there.
right. I think it is. I think it's much more clear if you have any success in Washington. It's much more clear than if you stay in Kansas City and just keep getting passed over for whatever reason. I mean, the reason is because Matt Nagy sucked. That's why.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Ooh, good point.
What?
Yeah.
Holy crap! What?
Yeah, I didn't know about this.
No.
Yeah, Florida has a new DC. That was this morning.
God, this came in an hour late.
Yeah,
Why didn't the freak didn't you have us lead with that?
I forgot.
Who is it?
Had a long night. Austin Armstrong.
What's an Austin Armstrong?
He's a linebackers coach at Alabama right now. He's been there for about 35 minutes. He was the DC and linebackers coach at Southern Miss before he went to Bama to be their linebackers coach.
Southern Miss plays good defense.
And he got the step up with Alabama, and then got the step with Florida. Literally like several weeks later. I'm pretty sure people are speculating. This is not me. This is not me speculating. This is other people speculating and me reporting their speculation. That this was kind of a thing that was almost planned. Like Patrick Toney, I think, has told them for a few weeks now, hey, I'm going to the NFL. Probably want to find somebody, because the news broke that Patrick Toney was going to the league, and the news also broke that Austin Armstrong was going to be the leading candidate to be the DC at Florida. So it seemed very coincidental that they both happened to happen right at the same time.
I don't think it'll be worse.
God, if it's worse. I don't know.
I don't think it'll be worse. There's a lot of people that think very highly of Patrick Toney, and I'm not one of them. So
Yeah. So anyways, so there's
good luck in the NFL. You know who else just went to the NFL?
Tell me.
Willie Taggart.
Stop.
Good luck in the NFL.
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
God help that team.
It ain't Colorado, because that's what everybody said. Oh, Colorado's loading up. Willie Taggart. No, actually not really.
No. That made me laugh, actually.
The Ravens. Running back
Yes.
coach for the Ravens.
That fits him. Running backs coach. You know how much you got to coach running back in the NFL?
A lot.
0.
A lot.
You know how much you got to coach running back in college? Very little.
Better be able to
You
recruit,
put your
though.
best recruiter at running back coach. You
better
know
be able to
why?
recruit.
Because they don't have to coach that much.
Right.
In the NFL, don't have to coach at all.
I wish I could be a running back coach in the NFL.
You can be, Brad.
Get me on with somebody.
Brad, you could be, buddy. You're qualified enough to.
Man, if Willie
buddy.
is, I know I am.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, you see that hole? Hit that thing a little faster.
I want you to get past
do you
that.
do?
What
What do? You put them to the bags? Like, this guy's ran through 10,000 bags.
I'm just gonna be like,
He's seen
I'll-
10,000 blocking schemes. What are you
yeah.
telling? I want to know so bad. You know, I want to know so bad. What are you telling NFL running
I
back?
want you to get past that chalk line this time.
I think you probably tell him like, "Hey, man, I need you to stay as healthy as possible. Like your next contract is most important."
I'm sure it's like the little things, little intricacies of the running back position. Maybe they help with that, and then the usage. That's about it. I'm done now.
Hey, pal, your shoulder pad's a little unaligned. You might want to move it over to the right a little bit.
I mean, that could be part of the small intricacies.
What do you think they tell Dalvin Cook? They ain't telling that man anything.
Hey, go be you, big dog.
Yeah.
You got
How's
this.
the ankle feel? You need some extra tape on that?
Yes, you do.
What,
You
cortisone
need some
shot?
water?
Cortisone?
Hey.
I got you.
Stay hydrated.
I know what I'd tell him.
Stay hydrated. That's what I'd say.
Beautiful,
I know
Terrence.
exactly
Terrence
what
is
I
on
would tell
fire
him.
tonight.
Do you need some pickle juice? I got you.
Yeah.
If you need it, I got you.
I know exactly what I told Dalvin Cook. Remember that time you ran around that corner at Clemson? Do stuff like that.
That's a good call. Yeah,
That's good.
do that.
That's it. Yeah.
All right, I think we're good. Let's go to Bradford.
Oh, please. Yeah, here you go. This
So-
is what you stayed for.
So I lined them all up so it'll be just like one solid clip.
Yes, I love that part.
All right.
Brad, before you play it, Brad, your day at a golf course. What will you please eloquently talk to the sitters, not to me? What does that look like for you? Because it damn sure ain't swinging the golf club that often, as we're about to find out.
What I like to do is ride around in their golf cart
Okay.
and smoke cigars and drink adult beverages. And that's what I
Cold
do.
snacks.
Yes.
Cold snacks.
And apple juice. But that's what I do on the golf course. And then every now and then my friends are like, come here. I want you to hold this golf club. And they make me do things.
Do you? Okay, pause. Kid show. We don't ask you to hold a golf club and do things. Okay. No, that's not true. That's not true. That does not happen. Gee, Lord. Bradford, do you have a preference on tea time? Would you rather be in the morning or a late afternoon guy?
Oh, morning.
Oh wow! So the cigars and adult cold snacks are morning. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like when Brad decides to golf. If you're a podcaster, you want to tune into this. We won't talk over this video.
Atta boy.
Oh yeah, it's in the woods. This is the one here. Slow motion. Here, this is the one here.
This stance is immaculate.
I like the grip.
Oh my gosh.
No, we're not.
No, yeah, that's whew, Brad.
I'm not good at golf.
Man, the grip on the golf club was, jeez, he had like this far apart. Like, good Lord.
It was the consistent stance for me. Oh man, good
Golf is
stuff.
hard.
Golf is actually very hard. So
It's so difficult, but you made it look way more difficult than it actually is.
It felt way more difficult than
Brad,
it
you
actually
hit one
is.
time. You hit 4 yards behind the ball.
I don't know how I
don't-
did
I don't
that.
know.
Like,
I don't know. I mean, Terrence again, pure. That's how I view that. That's pure, in every sense of the word, pure, except the contact. Brad, get us out of here, man. I think are we good, boys?
I
Joey?
think we are.
It's 11:08.
yeah, that's gonna be it for
Sitters, we freaking love you. There's like way more viewers I thought would be in the chat right now than there is. I absolutely love you. If you're a podcaster only, we love you too. We'd like to get you in on this thing. What you just missed was it's absolute gold. That's why it's important to be on it. But you can still catch it on YouTube. We'll probably make that thing a short, and you'll be able to check it.
Thank you, Jesse Ferguson. I appreciate that.
I don't think that's a compliment, big
I
dog.
don't
I'm not
either.
sure. I'm not sure that's a great thing.
Happy Gilmore, first of all, is a great movie, and he won, Joey. So didn't you fail at your last tournament?
Oh wow! Send us home, Brad. That's clutch there.
That's gonna be it for today's. This has been Bradford Douglas along with Joey Edge and Chris Martinez with producer Rolf, and we are Front Porch Sitting. Joey's also really good at golf. Bye.